Yo, what's up? Remy LaVey checking in. Hope everyone is staying safe, doing well. Wanted to do a little Q&A. I know I've been bored as hell, cooped up in the house. Never done one of these. You guys sent some really good questions. I left it open for pretty much anything, wrestling, music, being the focus. So let's get right into it. You guys sent some questions and I'm gonna answer them. First question, favorite Joker. Shit. My favorite Joker is actually Mark Hamill. I know he did the voice of the Joker in the animated series, and also in the Batman Superman animated movie, world class, just fire. Nicholson's classic. Ledger. I mean, they're all great. Joaquin Phoenix Joker was great, but I gotta go with the unusual pick and go with Mark Hamill. I just grew up on that, and I think his voice is like the perfect Joker voice. Wrestling Mount Rushmore. This is a good one. I have two, I guess. Kind of like a classic, Founding Fathers, and another version which might be based on since I've gotten into the business. So we'll do like a OG and like kind of like my favorites. For the OG, I gotta go Cena, Hogan, Austin. Sean or Flair. And for like kind of like my like personal favorites, my low-key Mount Rushmore, I gotta go with Daniel Bryan, Foley. I know he could belong in that first class, but I'm putting Foley in there. Daniel Bryan, Foley. Gotta go with Balor, Devitt, and gotta throw Okada in there. Okada, maybe Ospreay. But yeah, that's my two-tier wrestling Mount Rushmore. Favorite person to work in the ring against? I have a couple. Chris LaRusso, especially as I was coming up. Chris is like one of the hardest working guys in the area. Can have a good match with anyone. Lee, obviously. Need I say more? Palace, Andrew Palace. We had an insane match. Might get into that later. Shit, there's so many good guys. Nate Matson, Ron Mathis, Gory. I'll even throw in Facade. Got to do some really cool stuff with Facade at Warped Tour and in West Virginia, and all the guys in the area. I mean, I love working with everyone. It's like, especially right now, we're lucky that we have such a good scene. So many good guys from Ohio and PA and West Virginia. It's hard to pick just one, but that's like my top three. So LaRusso, Palace, and Lee. Also, shout out Ty Cross. Ty Cross easily on that list. One more match. I know you got it in you. All right, let's keep moving. Who's your idol? Good question, I guess. I don't know if I really have an idol per se. I definitely have people I look up to. Right now, it's like all my friends. My friends in Eternal Sleep, my friends in Code Orange, my roommate and guitarist Adam, my boy Tim Semega, my boy Justin Boyd, photographers. I think as I get older, I start to look up and get more inspiration from people that are in my life, my parents, my sister, those are the people who inspire me. Their creativity, Addie, obviously, their creativity has always pushed me to snap out of a slump and really go hard and stay true to all my creative efforts, music, wrestling. Gotta shout out Matt Devine, Kill Hannah, definitely someone I really looked up to growing up. Manson, both Marilyn and Charlie, gotta throw in there. I don't know. It's kind of a weird question. I find that I think like me like 10, 15 years ago would have had a bunch of stupid answers, but I'm just gonna leave it at my friends and family and everyone who's killing it right now, who's in my crew, in my circle. Next question, favorite porn star? I'm just gonna say like anyone from like my like teenage era, so like anyone from like 2003, any porn star that was popping like from 03 to like 2007. I'm just gonna leave that at that. What's your main goal in your wrestling career? It's a good question. I don't think it's changed much since I started. I've been wrestling now for like 7 years, and I think that unfortunately with all this corona bullshit, we were all supposed to be in Tampa. Last year I had my first booking on a WrestleMania weekend after going to many WrestleMania since like 2011 with my friends. And as I trained in 2012, debuted in 2013, that was always a goal, was to just be booked anywhere, doing anything for WrestleMania weekend. Going to WrestleMania, like seeing kind of where the WrestleMania culture, if you will, is today. Kind of like seeing that build up with like all the indie promotions and like Dragon Gate and Evolve, and now there's so much with like the Collective, and me and Addie were booked to wrestle on Fast Wrestling's WrestleCade show, and I was really looking forward to that. Some of my favorite bands, Municipal Waste, Obituary, were also playing later that night, and was just really looking forward to, you know, getting to go down to Tampa and have my second year booked for WrestleMania weekend. Might not seem like a big deal. To me, it's a huge deal, and that was certainly a goal, and I was glad I was able to cross that off. Moving forward, I think the goal is right now just to get back into any ring. I know we're all going crazy right now, and I think everyone's goals will change a little bit after this. I think that it'll help everyone and is giving everyone time to mentally and physically rest, which is huge. And hopefully when this shit's over, we can all come back with some motivation and some hunger. But just honestly, just to keep doing my thing. Pretty lucky to be able to do something I love and starting to make a little bit of money. That's cool too. But it's obviously just being able to live that childhood dream. Sounds corny, but that's straight up kind of always been my goal, is just to sustain. Obviously, traveling, getting on TV, going overseas, Japan, getting to work, being able to continue to work at new companies and new states. That's the goal, and just honestly just keep growing the culmination and Remy LaVey as my career goes on. Next question. Who do you think has the most potential to be in WWE, AEW? If we're talking about people from the area, gotta shout my boy Addie out, obviously. Dude's so creative and he's so good. I think everyone knows that. Same can be said with Lee, Palace. Nine-Strom Mandime. Jimmy Nuts is back. I've always thought he had insane potential to take it to the next level. Honestly, just like, again, like going back to favorite opponent, like so many people right now killing it and making moves, and I want us all to make it. I want to see us all on TV at some point. But yeah, I mean, those are the guys to look out for sure. There's so many good up and coming guys that are getting into Jackson Stone on Impact. Like, shout out Jackson Stone, it's my boy. Love to see it. Yeah, but of course, all culmination, and Lee, Palace, RC Dupree. Are you kidding? Made for TV, money. As much as I hated that fucking painting, dude ass talent. Let's get into best White Claw flavor. Best White Claw flavor. I gotta go with raspberry. The raspberry one's pretty fire. I fuck with the raspberry one. Favorite tag teams of all time. Damn. Shit. I mean, it's kind of an easy answer, but I gotta say the Bucks, just because of what they've accomplished on a DIY level. Obviously, their in-ring and kind of how they paved the way for this current generation, this current style, and they've just done everything on their own terms, haven't given a fuck what anyone has said, have never like compromised their style or like, you know, their creativity. So I gotta say the Bucks. I mean, Bucks are the greatest tag team ever. Throwback tag teams, like, probably I'm gonna say Demolition, because I got to tag with them. Demolition's fire. Road Warriors. Those are probably my favorite tag teams. What do you think of Corbin Bourne joining Culmination, being the new member? Love it. Obviously, the Culmination has the most members that we've had yet, and I think Corbin was a great addition. I think he's really finding himself through the group, and he's just getting better and better, and he's like a little brother to me. He's like a little brother to the crew, and I'm super proud of him. Been able to tag as the chapter at 2PW, which has been really cool. There'll be a video coming to address that stuff separately, what's been going on there with Jason Tyler and Jamie Jameson. But yeah, I think that he needed us the same that we needed him, and IWC hasn't been the same since. I think the Culmination, right before all this shit happened, we were, still are, but gearing up to, you know, be in the position that we've been working, you know, for over a year to get to. So I love Corbin. Can't wait to see him grow, and he's done a lot for the group, so I appreciate it, and I know he does too, so that's good. All right, let's get into the second questions here. What is your indie wrestling dream match? Gotta shout out Chris Hero. I feel like that match would just make me a million times better. AJ would be awesome if he was still in the indies. So these are guys that aren't in the indies anymore, so maybe that's kind of a fucked answer. Like current indies, I'd love to work Brody King. Shout out to Brody. Addy, we were supposed to have a match this year. I was on his list. I just think that would be awesome. Two brothers fighting it out. dream match. Shit. Tracy Smothers. Shout out Tracy Smothers. Hopefully Tracy is recovering, and hopefully Tracy's doing okay. I know he had some cancer, some health issues. Tracy Smothers is a legend and is nice as fuck, and learned a lot from Tracy. And like my first year in, I did a Tracy Smothers seminar, and he was cool as fuck and funny as fuck. So those are my dream matches right now. It's just what comes to mind. I'm sure there's gonna be like 100 answers for all these that I think of after this shit, but that's what I'm going with right now. Who do you think has the best gimmick? Fiend gimmick's pretty insane. Addy, Otis, shit. I'm trying to think. I really fuck with Derek Direction's gimmick, all the production. That was a fire faction, really cool idea. Jock Sampson, not a gimmick. Jock's just the fucking man. He lives it. That's who he is. Those are the best kind of gimmicks. I feel like that's kind of my gimmick, if you want to call it a gimmick. But yeah, man, those are some of the best doing it and keeping it real right now. What have you been up to since being quarantined? Making a lot of music, watching movies, trying to keep up with all my wrestling friends, trying to keep up with my Culmination brothers, checking in on them, just trying to keep my mind off the fact that wrestling isn't happening. And music's probably been the biggest thing. Myself and my roommate Adam, we're in a band called Blind My Burial, and we are working on new stuff that I'm insanely proud of and excited for everyone to hear. We've been doing it all in-house, all by ourselves, writing, producing, mixing, 100% DIY. So I've been like learning a lot about production, and I really enjoy the nerdy hobby side of that, and it's very satisfying when you can apply that. I've been able to incorporate that into promos and theme music and helping other people out with theme music and stuff, and like that's the kind of stuff where anything where I can bring my two passions together, music and wrestling, is a beautiful thing. And I'm thankful for this time to be able to just sit around and focus on that, because it's something, for me at least, I need all day to kind of like settle in. I could start working on something at like 8 p.m. and not be kind of feeling it until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Just, it takes me a long time to kind of get warmed up and get the juices flowing. But I'm going for a lot of walks, trying to do my DDP yoga as much as I can, and literally just straight chilling. Yeah, I mean, it might be this way for a while, so might try and do some kind of LaVey TV gimmick, some kind of show, maybe get some guests. We'll see what you guys think of this. If you guys want more stuff like this, let me know. Was just trying to not be a lazy asshole and give you guys something in the meantime. WrestleMania dream match, gotta be, this like just came to me and I'm rolling with it. It's gotta be Undisputed Era versus Culmination for sure. That would be fire. Favorite wrestler all time? Foley, for sure. What have you been up to? Oh, I already answered that. What is your favorite match that involves other members of the Culmination and your favorite breed of dog? Favorite match, Culmination match, has to be, we got to do a match with Jimmy Jacobs for premiere in Cleveland at Turner's Hall. That match was insane, learned a lot. Got to share that moment with my brothers. We were all still coming up, and before the culmination was like super poppin'. Got to work with Abyss. That was another awesome culmination match. Lots of awesome tag team matches with the main event. Duke and Gannon always push us to our limit. Could easily see them in AEW or WWE. I can't believe they're not there already. I'm trying to think like other culmination matches. There was an awesome tag team match for IWC. Me and Atticus versus Gory and Johnny Patch in a cage fury. That match was psychotic. That's probably my favorite. Abyss and Jimmy Jacobs were cool because we got to all be involved, and that was really special, and learned a lot, and just really thankful for the opportunity to be in the ring with those guys on both sides. Favorite horror movie, gotta go with Texas Chainsaw. I've always loved Texas Chainsaw 1 and 2. The Thing is also one of my all-time favorites, and my all-time favorite movie of all time, it's not really a horror movie, but is Mulholland Drive, which is really, to me, scarier than a lot of your typical horror movies. If you haven't seen Mulholland Drive, watch that shit. It's crazy. Message me about it. Had to do a little, oh fuck. Had to do a little re-racking here. This is a one-man show. Alright, so got like 3 more questions. Memorized them. I'm filming this on my phone. They were on my phone. I've been trying to do it off my laptop. So I'm just rolling with it. First question, who inspired you to start wrestling? Probably Devitt Balor, Alex Shelley for sure, Adam Cole, Sami Callihan, pretty much like all the indie guys in like 09. It's like when I was really getting heavy into indies, 08, 09, 2010. The main ones would be like Sami and Adam Cole, Balor. Just seeing New Japan and seeing Balor tear it up over there, and like pre-Bullet Club stuff, and Coda, like those guys are insane. Those guys were definitely all big inspirations for me to start training, and the local guys all to start training at IWC. What was the other question? Why is Batman and Robin Bane the worst Bane, even though it's the best Bane? Shout out to my tag partner Matt Connard, former Black Diamond Wrestling Tag Team Champs, Reaper's Lot. He's the best Bane, and he's the sickest looking Bane. I mean, that's how I want my Bane. I hate the Dark Knight era Bane, the Tom Hardy Bane. I hate that Bane. I don't know why. Just doesn't do it for me. Tom Hardy Bane is fucking lame. I said it. Give me the Schumacher Bane. That's what I want. And then there was like one more question. Oh, how long have I been wrestling as opposed to how long have I been making music? Started making music. I was like always like messing around, like I'd say since I was like probably like 11, just with shit that my dad had at our house, like old, like crazy old Yamaha keyboards and like cassette tape recorders, and just like there was a program called Virtual DJ. It was just like had all these like crazy loops, and I just remember like not knowing what the fuck I was doing. And then the same when I started learning how to play bass and guitar and like read tablature, and kind of like even when I first started, I started my first band in 2004, and I guess that'd be like the beginning of really making music, like 2004. And I started wrestling in 2013, so 7 years. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the questions for the Q&A. Thanks everyone who submitted a question, everyone who reached out, everyone that's been checking in. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully everyone's staying safe, staying sane. I hope this answered some questions, gave you guys something cool. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep coming up with ways to interact and keep in touch and give you guys some stuff, maybe some new merch on the way. Definitely some new merch on the way. But yeah, definitely crazy times. Support all your favorite indie wrestlers any way you can. We all need it right now. And I know we'll all be chilling again very soon, I hope. Gotta stay optimistic. If you know me, you know at my core I am an optimist, and wrestling is easily the number one thing I'm looking forward to getting back to seeing all my brothers. Shout outs, all the culmination, Gory, Addy, Otis, Corbin, miss you guys. All the fans, all the real ones, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.